That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
They even give them to him?
Putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family, and hurting my business. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company. I'm shopping, spending money, living life. Money made, or money.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back as he reacted sharply to the recent bombshell about Floyd Mayweather's financial situation and reported bankruptcy. He expressed concern that even elite athletes with enormous wealth can find themselves in financial peril due to reckless lifestyle choices and unchecked spending habits. Rogan pointed out that just because someone earns millions doesn't mean they can disregard crucial obligations like paying taxes, referencing Mayweather's long-standing issues with the IRS. He emphasized that without financial discipline and responsible management, even legendary success in sports can quickly lead to financial downfall.
Owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to
it's
pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s decision to file a defamation lawsuit against Insider Incorporated marks a significant pivot in how he's managing the public narrative around his wealth. At the heart of the lawsuit is a disputed article that challenges the authenticity of an alleged $42 million real estate deal linked to Mayweather. His legal team argues the piece deliberately distorted facts and cast doubt on his honesty and financial credibility. If true, the acquisition involving 62 buildings would stand as one of the largest private real estate deals in recent memory. But the article questions whether the transaction ever really happened and whether Mayweather had the financial infrastructure to support it, putting his image as a savvy businessman under serious scrutiny.
So, I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company.
In Mayweather's defense, he's calling out what he believes is clear bias in the article and claims it left out significant pieces of evidence that prove the legitimacy of his real estate venture. He insists that his legal representatives had already submitted ample documentation to Insider Incorporated, offering clear proof of the deal's authenticity. According to him, this evidence was ignored in favor of a sensationalized headline. Notably, Mayweather revealed that this marks the first time he's ever taken legal action against the press, an indication of how seriously he takes the accusations. His insistence on defending his integrity suggests a broader attempt to cement his image as a serious entrepreneur unfairly misrepresented by irresponsible journalism.
To build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my companies.
All right, one more toughie. So
Nothing is tough.
No? Okay.
After being in the sport of boxing, dealing with the sport of boxing, there's nothing that's tough.
Fair. So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Okay, so I think we'll end with this one. When I spoke to you all last week, you were riding around Miami, you were looking to buy even more.
Yes.
Have you bought anything in the week since we last spoke?
I don't know. I was out in Miami for a while. We were looking at a few properties. I'm pretty sure for the end of the year,
Stephen A. Smith added fuel to the fire with his perspective, injecting even more heat into an already divisive issue. He focused on how little transparency surrounds Mayweather's business operations and suggested that what the public sees may be far removed from the reality of his financial affairs. While Smith didn't outright dismiss the merit of the lawsuit, he hinted that there may be more complications buried beneath the headlines and flashy numbers. His cautious tone reflects skepticism. He suspects Mayweather's empire may be built more on showmanship than sound economic principles. The deeper takeaway is that while Mayweather portrays himself as a financial titan, the actual foundation of his ventures may not be as stable as he wants the world to believe.
I can't count the amount of examples where I saw people do that, and then I see somebody else like, business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations because they are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions to make because I got a future to think about.
50 Cent took a more scathing approach in his remarks, zeroing in on the lack of solid proof backing Mayweather's real estate claims. He criticized the absence of contracts, bank statements, or other financial documentation that would validate the story. To him, Mayweather seems more focused on silencing critics through lawsuits than offering clear-cut evidence. This approach, according to 50 Cent, doesn't suggest a desire for truth. It looks more like a tactic to deflect scrutiny. In a society already skeptical of celebrity wealth, Mayweather's defensive legal strategy only deepens public mistrust. It plays into a growing narrative that flashy lifestyles often mask instability, leaving audiences to wonder how much of Mayweather's fortune is actually real.
Description where y'all can watch that in full, and as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, and when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit lost in the Southern District of New York names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened, and suggests that there's a racial component to the reporter's work.
Mayweather usually presents himself with calm swagger in interviews, but when it comes to money matters, that confidence often fades. Questions about bankruptcy and debt seem to rattle him, as he struggles to provide specifics or clarity. This avoidance only fuels the media storm, allowing more speculation to swirl. In the world of celebrity, perception often carries as much weight as reality, and Mayweather has built an empire around appearing invincible. But now that cracks are starting to show, his hesitance to be transparent is doing more harm than good. Instead of quelling rumors, his vague answers invite deeper doubt and scrutiny.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now, Floyd Mayweather isn't the most articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit. And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses, or if his business is going bankrupt, it does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is broke. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh yeah, his business may be struggling, and you can file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or 9, chapter 13 or chapter 9, or whatever the case may be.
Mayweather's declaration that he owes nothing to the IRS stands in direct contrast to official filings that suggest otherwise. Tax evasion allegations are no small matter, especially for someone who constantly promotes himself as a master of money. These contradictions threaten to unravel his public image as a financially untouchable figure. If tax agencies are actively pursuing him, it implies that there's more going on behind the scenes than he admits. His real estate empire, allegedly worth $400 million, remains shrouded in mystery, with little confirmed information to support such grand claims. The dissonance between his bold financial declarations and verifiable facts raises critical questions. Is his empire genuine, or just a mirage crafted to maintain his public image?
It's Money May, Aaron Mayweather too. Go Money Green on him. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. That's what we do. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what we did. I need everybody, all the fighters all around the world. MMA, boxers, follow this man right here. We get the job done. Money May, and y'all know the rest.
The conversation surrounding Mayweather's wealth has spilled into social media, turning platforms into digital war zones where conflicting narratives collide. With the lawsuit against Insider Incorporated, Mayweather may have hoped to silence the controversy, but instead, it has amplified it. People are now not only questioning whether his wealth is real, but also probing deeper into the motives behind his lawsuit. Was it meant to protect his reputation, or merely distract from a crumbling financial foundation? Instead of clearing the air, the legal action has complicated his story even further, leaving fans and critics alike to debate what's real and what's illusion.
Apparently, Floyd Mayweather files a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider over real estate deal report. Damn. That's an expensive lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after a report by Business Insider journalist Daniel Geiger claimed that the 62-building Manhattan real estate portfolio that Mayweather announced he acquired never actually occurred. Geiger's report stated there was no evidence a sale was made. Mayweather's lawsuit claimed that Geiger refused to review documents of the deal, and it was an attempt by Geiger to publicly humiliate Mayweather. They embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation characterized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success, Floyd Mayweather. damn well he did not write that. And why would he? You know, he's talking about himself in third person. That's so cringe. Business Insider has provided a statement to front office sports saying, we will vigorously defend against this meritless attempt to discredit our reporting and smear our reporter. So they aren't backing down at all. It's going to be interesting.
Inside the boxing ring, Mayweather remains a legend, undefeated, unbroken, and unmatched in defensive brilliance. Outside of it, though, his public image is faltering. His audacious claim of owning over $400 million in real estate came under fire when no concrete public documentation could back it up. The absence of proof left fans feeling misled and disappointed. For years, Mayweather's appeal wasn't just his victories, but the lifestyle he flaunted alongside them. Now, as holes in that image begin to show, people are wondering whether he's more focused on appearing wealthy than being honest about what he's actually achieved outside the sport.
For some odd reason, at the beginning of the year, Floyd Mayweather decided to tell us all that he bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no Upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry. This is the same Floyd Mayweather that 50 Cent told he would donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice to read Harry Potter. He bought $400 million worth of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Come on, Floyd. The people who was living in apartment buildings, the second they heard that Floyd Mayweather bought their building, they was on the phone with property management like, what's really? I will pay $10,000 a month, but I won't pay $10,000 a month to a nigga. Floyd, you can't just do that with Upper Manhattan apartment buildings, bro. Tell lies like that about the projects, man. You gotta do that to the hood, man. Ain't nobody going for that shit in Upper Manhattan, Floyd. You should have knew better than that, my boy. But then again, you are Floyd Mayweather. Oh, man. Anybody with common sense knew that Floyd was in trouble when he started.
There was a period when Floyd Mayweather seemed to possess an unstoppable combination of talent and wealth. He earned over $1 billion from super fights and endorsements, living the dream many only fantasize about. But rather than reinvesting wisely, he often directed his earnings into extravagant toys, luxury cars, private jets, over-the-top mansions. That indulgence, once seen as a symbol of his success, now appears to be a sign of deeper financial mismanagement. Warning signs are starting to appear, suggesting his empire may not be as stable as it seems. Comparisons to Mike Tyson are becoming harder to ignore. Both were once icons of success, and both risked losing it all to financial recklessness. Mayweather's constant displays of excess echo the same path Tyson walked before his fall, raising questions about whether history is repeating itself.
Around as always, talking about the Miss Jackson situation. We've seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with an emotion of nostalgia. You know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada, 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 it just kind of reminded me, there was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality, you know what I mean? We've seen this before, so the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. You know, they start off well, so flamboyant, with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. There's something special, you know, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather.
Doubts about Mayweather's financial decisions aren't limited to critics, they're also being voiced from inside his own circle. Jeff Mayweather, a respected trainer and Floyd's uncle, has gone public with his confusion over Floyd's investment strategy. He pointed out that many of Floyd's real estate moves seem impulsive and uncalculated. Jeff suggests that Floyd is not seeking sound advice from professionals, instead acting out of ego or a desire to project success. This type of decision-making is dangerous, especially when large sums are involved. For years, Floyd thrived off attention from his flashy spending, but now, as rumors of instability grow louder, the showmanship is starting to backfire and the truth is harder to hide.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.